go. So I'm about to go and find my driver. Love doing work where someone's like, oh, they're gonna pick you up outside of your house. Yeah. I don't want to travel anyway other than free Addison Lees for the whole of my life. The car is gonna pick me up and take me to the production base so that we can go and film the ad today. So I need to go and find the driver. Short and sweet today. It's given Sabrina. I have no complaints, but I am kind of laughing at myself a little bit because all day all the PAs were like, oh, we'll see you back tomorrow. I'm like, no, I'm just in for one day. Just one day, just a quick one, just in one scene. So surely just in for one day. And then someone's like checking their schedule and it's like, I think you're back tomorrow, I think you're back the day after also. But yeah, like I said, no complaints because the food is great, the company is great, the production have a zero tolerance policy and all the things you should have a zero tolerance policy on. It's been really nice. When you're shooting something, when you're shooting anything, you'll get something called a call sheet, which has all the details of everyone that's going to be on set and also has the times that you're called to set. And you get it usually the night before you're due to go. So since we were filming in London, I'm chilling. Like, I wasn't thinking about it much last night, but I have been thinking so much about my first experience of doing an ad. We filmed in Barcelona and I got my boarding pass to fly out around about midnight of the same day that I was flying out. So I was there packing my bag and all of my flatmates are like, are you going to Barcelona tomorrow? And I'm like, yeah, I think. I had no details. It was so stressful, but it is just usually how it goes sometimes. Honestly, I had the best time in Barcelona. We flew out, we were there for 8 days, I think, or 7. I flew out day 1 and we stayed in a 4-star hotel. And now listen, a lowly peasant like me has never been in a 4-star hotel, so I was like, oh my gosh, I get a robe and slippers and look at the bathroom. And one of the other models literally had a bathtub in the middle of the room. I was next to a balcony. I was like, they pick you up from an airport. Someone was waiting at the airport with a sign that said my name and they drove us to the hotel and the car was like filled to the brim with snacks. It had ice cold water and snacks and stuff and I was like, people really live like this all the time. So that was pretty much day 1, pretty much just traveling. Then day 2, I wake up happy to be here and I go downstairs, I have a hotel breakfast, I get picked up by the driver again, and then I get taken to one of the bases for fittings. I remember that the driver said to me, he was like, I have been taking all of the models back and forth and you're the only person that has stayed off their phone for the whole drive. And I was like, estoy en España. I'm in Barcelona. There is nothing that's on my phone that's more important than what's going on outside that window, honestly. But even if I wasn't in Spain, I did do that today as well because I just like to be peaceful. I just like to be at peace. If I look at my phone, I can really give my energy to whatever's on the screen and I can be a doom scroller and I can compare and despair. So I'm doing something that I love. I want to be present in the moment. I don't want to think about what other people are doing, not because I don't love the other people, just that I want to focus on myself, and I do that a lot, honestly. All right, we'll deal with that later. Anyway, so we had the fitting day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, and day 6 were all down days, meaning that I'm not needed. Because again, for this ad, I was a secondary OCP, so I wasn't the lead person, I was a secondary character again. So I wasn't needed for all those days. But of course, if you're doing a production There's so many moving parts. I think if we were filming in England, if we were filming locally, they probably wouldn't have had me in for all those days because there's nothing to do with me, you know? But because we're filming internationally, you have to keep me in Spain. Oh no, what am I going to do with myself? So with the other performers, the friends that I made at the fitting, we all got together every day and we went to the beach, we went out to eat, we went to museums, we went to the beach again, we went out to eat again, we went thrift shopping. Yeah, it was a beautiful time. They also pay you for down days because you're not allowed to do anything else. You can go off and have fun and do all of the things that I mentioned, but you're not allowed to book and work for that time period, so they pay you to keep yourself free. So they flew us out, they paid us to go and have fun in Barcelona. They did one fitting day for me anyway, and then on day 7, I do all of the filming and all of the photography that I needed to do in the same day. My day was like, we woke up early, again had the hotel breakfast, then we got driven to set, then I did my still photographies, which is like usually when you're making an advert, they'll get still images from the same shoot to use to advertise. So I did my still shoot, I did my social shoot, I did TV shoot, which was the last thing that I did for the day. I had a great time. The people that I was working with were so much fun. I was working with this stylist duo who was a little bit obsessive because they were just hilarious and they had like a great energy. And then at the very, very end of the day, they drove us home. And then day 8, I flew back to England. A few months later, baby's first commercial comes out. In case you were wondering, yes. In case you were wondering, yes, I did spend 8 days in Spain to make 8 seconds of content. And am I upset? No. In fact, call me back. Like, pull me back in, coach. Like, I'm ready to go again. So because we did everything that I was needed for in one shoot day, I was kind of expecting a similar vibe with this ad that I'm filming now. But what we did today was just stills, not even all of the stills. Genuinely, we used only one part of my body and we did my full makeup and my full costume to use one part of my body. And then tomorrow we'll get to film the TV, and then I think day 3 we do the proper stills that will involve my face.